the go live button on YouTube in 3, 2.
And now, introducing the King of Anime podcast with your hosts, SeaTactics.
Hello
Co-host,
everyone.
Me and another co-host, Sasuke the Savage.
Hey.
Oh Lord. Amazing intro. Amazing intro.
Thank you
for that, EA.
So
you're welcome.
Little bit changes this week. Hopefully next week we'll have some pretty nice changes. But there's no screenshots this week because of copyright reasons.
Yeah.
So it's on the screen, so if people, join back in during the stream and they're like, what the hell's going on? No screenshots. Well, there's your screenshot this week that represents all anime, which is just text. It says no screenshots.
I want to suggest what goes on there every week from now on. I know what to use.
Okay.
Then at the very least, then it'll be funny. Yeah, see, Alejandro, he gets it. Sasuke must take a selfie, and we have that as a screenshot. I was thinking of something like that. I mean, C could probably still do it. I could send him what I want him to show on the screen.
Just have a collage of pictures of you guys just doing stuff.
Sure. I could do that. I could also do a drawing, but like a really bad drawing of what happened in the show.
That's what we need to do. For each show, we have like a drawing of an event.
like that one scene of Rudy in Mushoku Tensei, just badly drawn. That scene.
Oh Lord. Yeah, a lot of people. I got a lot of messages from Twitter and Discord. People are like, "Please don't kill Mushoku Tensei." I don't think Mushoku Tensei is being killed this week. Did you guys get like DMs and stuff on Twitter?
I got added by a couple of people. They were adding me saying, "Don't, this one scene, I can justify it. Please just don't." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Watch the episode. Like, what? I feel like there's a bit of an overreaction. Okay.
I think so too.
I was going into it expecting the worst.
Yeah, I know why people said that because I got I didn't get any DMs or anything like that, but two people warned me about this episode. I know why they did it. We're gonna go more into it, but I know why they did it, but I don't think it's as bad as when we were about to drop Mushoku Tensei.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh god, it says current topic is X-Arm. That's not supposed to be on until we talk about X-Arm. Let me take that off for a second. If you don't already know, this is the King of Anime podcast based off Anime FMK, which we have outrun for many years now. Where we all lock in a bunch of anime, and it takes two kills to kill it, so we never have to watch it again. And 2 passes to pass it, which means we get to watch it until the next week, and then it starts all over again. And these are my co-hosts, and we just discuss the anime every week. And we sometimes say stuff that makes people angry.
This is true, but that never happens to me.
Right.
All right. EA is uncancelable, if that's a word.
EA, yeah. Nothing ever happens to EA. It's usually me or Satsuki.
Yeah, I know. I'm an angel over here.
He is our moral compass.
That gif of Yotsuba, like, saying to believe in love is playing in my head right now. Where she's an angel.
Yotsuba is the purest thing this season.
This is true. Besides Rudy, she's the purest thing.
Yeah, I need to catch up on that damn show.
Oh, Lord.
I've watched the first episode.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
I just know, like, it was the guy, and he was trying to tutor all of them, and then, like, they were all in the same house, and then, I fell on your dick.
Wait,
Wait, what? Which one are you watching?
I think you're watching the Dojin version.
I don't
Again.
Oh God, I keep doing that. I need to stop. I need to stop watching the Dojin version.
The only closest thing I think of is that scene with Nino, but it's not even
Yeah, he kind of
close.
fell on her.
Yeah. Anyways,
I like
So-
Alejandra's idea. It's time for KOA fan art to take the center stage. I agree.
True.
also Justin says love your videos. Thank you. Thanks to everyone for subscribing and watching. Much appreciated, guys. But let's get into X-Arm as I accidentally show screenshots. Whoops.
Oh no.
This is getting copyright claimed. Everybody
They got
run!
us.
I still have them loaded up from last week. So habit took over. Speaking of habit, they have a habit of not doing good with this series. But I will say, if there's one good thing to come from this series, and that is Alma Alter. Because we can have, John Alter, Saber Alter, but this Alma Alter, probably the most powerful one.
I didn't think of that. She is wearing like all black now, so yeah.
Yeah, and usually with yeah, white hair,
Yeah.
yeah,
I could see it.
wearing less clothing somehow. Now this is a rare alter form for Fate, because usually Fate, when it just means they get more just gigantic breasts and less clothing up top to show off those gigantic breasts, whereas with Alma Alter, she's like wearing nothing from the waist down.
I don't think she ever wore anything.
Listen, we're
I
not
think
getting. We're,
she's
stop
always been
with your
wearing, like,
bullshit
the-
logic, Satsuki. You're fired.
Oh, all right.
And also, isn't she a robot? So it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, these are good points, actually.
I don't know. But let's start to talk about the episode. So one thing that always gets me about this series is its lack of showing facial expressions. There was a scene where we saw, I don't know anybody's name, but we saw one of the girls who was imprisoned, and then they panned to her face, and like it was supposed to be a scene where she is, she is, traumatized from being in prison, but she just stands there with the most neutral expression ever. There's no look of um there's no look of fear or anything on her face. She just it's like you would think that everybody in the show is androids the way they look. They just don't smile, they don't cry, they don't do anything. They stand there with that one blank expression. Like I'm gonna put the emoji in the chat, and that's how they look for every single scene.
It's so true, though. There's like when they were doing that scene where the big show off between the evil version of himself and the good normal version, it was just no facial expression. Yeah, that's
That was so bad. That was so incredibly bad. I remember that scene. It's like, I'm gonna shoot tentacles at you. Whoosh. I'm gonna shoot tentacles at you. Whoosh. Mine are blue and mine are pink.
Yeah,
I didn't even know what happened.
it's
my
like
God.
for what was set up in that sequence, they could have done a lot and had an actual fight. They were in the cyber world where anything is possible apparently, and like he could take different shapes and whatever, and all that happened was hentai tentacles in different colors.
Yes. My favorite part was, you forget this
So
is
lame.
like this is a reality that I can make my own rules up in. And then he goes, I can, anything you can do, I can do better.
I don't-
Watch. Here they go.
he just
It's
changed
fucking
stuff.
lame.
All right.
I'm just like, man, who gave us this show?
You did.
I want to say it was you, because you're like, I'm not killing this. I totally love it. And I'm like, oh God, where's my rope? And it was just like, I think eventually we did kill it, but then somebody who shall remain nameless, Hollow, decided to go ahead and give us money and sell our souls.
Well, give you money. And then
Okay, that's true.
And then you're the one who said that you were going to sell out. And your soul was
did.
only worth $50.
That is true. I did say all of this, and I regret all of it.
I mean, you have 4 episodes left, EA. I see, like
Thank God.
My whole reasoning for watching this show has been consistent since day 1, 2, 3, 4, and onwards. We are literally witnessing history. I've said it before, but this is the worst TV anime ever. And that's not according to me. That's according to my anime list by the score. It is the worst rated TV anime ever and almost the worst anime ever because this includes OVAs and movies and other things. But this is literally history in the making. And to be a part of this on a weekly basis is one of the best experiences I've been through, other than like us winning the Super Bowl or something like that.
I would think that would be way better than this stupid show.
But I get to be there and say I did it. When I have kids and we're all sitting around the table and I'm dying and I'm just like, that anime X arm, they're like the worst anime ever. I was there for that weekly.
Tell us, Papa Satsuki.
There were people who did not make any expressions. There was bad animation. There was a convoluted plot which I could not follow.
And Alma Alter.
Oh yeah, and Alma Alter.
My God.
Speaking of convoluted plot, when it turns out the guy who is the beta, but I'm just gonna call him Monokuma, because that's pretty much what he was trying to be. When it's revealed that Monokuma was like their guy in the suit that was with them, and they were shocked about it, I was like, wait, what the? He was in the show? He was with them? He betrayed them? Who is that guy? I don't remember seeing him. And he was in this scene literally before that.
Apparently he took over his body, but how did he do that? Can they just take over any person's body? Because I thought that was only for like androids. Like
I just didn't know who he was, and he was in the scene before it. I was like, wait. It's like, what the fuck? They're showing this guy. Who is this guy? He wasn't in the show. And then like I go back a little bit and I'm like, what? He's literally 5 seconds before this is shown with them.
He was there. He wasn't anybody they focused on at any point, I don't think. So like the whole betrayal did not matter. We didn't feel anything. We were just like, oh, it's that guy. And then it begs the question, why did he cut him down if that was him the whole time? What?
I no
reason for you to do that.
No idea.
You know who Beta reminds me of whenever he talks?
Who's that?
He's freaking Elmer. No, he's Elmer Fudd. He can't say his R's.
Oh, so yeah.
He's like, yo, Wescoey Wabbit, how dare you try to defeat me?
You're gonna hunt some wabbits.
We're gonna hunt some police.
Oh, God. I like his one quote that just said where he said police will be police. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
That is this is fate. This is equivalent to people die when they are killed.
Oh, dude,
that was their version.
Alma Alter. Is this a Fate spinoff? Do we have to add this to the Fate timeline?
I feel like in the future there will be an actual Fate version of an altered version of Alma. Like she will be in the history books, and then they will dig into the history and then make her in a version of Fate. And she'll probably be gender bent, so she'll be a dude this time.
Okay, listen. Anybody out there who's talented with art, just saying, maybe make some Alma Alter art. Just saying.
Why was the pink lolly able to get a body but not uh I don't even remember the main character's name. Akira or
Akira.
yeah,
Akira
that guy.
Toriyama, the
Yeah,
creator of
Akira
Dragon
Toriyama.
Ball.
The creator of Dragon Ball. No wonder this thing blew up.
No wonder he keeps forgetting shit.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that's right. Goku. Shit.
Oh, we got a
It's
new
fine.
member to the channel, but I don't know who it is because it doesn't show.
Shout out to that guy. Thank you for joining.
I'll thank him properly. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast. Okay.
Just all right. What were we talking about?
We didn't talk about the best scene. How do we all forget this? You don't remember when the old guy said, "I'll never bow down to you.
Yeah.
Kill me if you must." And then he said, "Okay." And then he gets down. So, why did this guy take this stand? What was the point of being rebellious?
He literally died on that hill.
I like
He
how
literally just said, "Shut the fuck up," and he was like, "No, I would never bow down to the man." And he fucking gets
I like how after they were able to open the doors and have them unlocked or whatever, you literally just hear him dying off screen. You don't see him. They're like, "Hey, it's open. We're free."
I mean,
I
at
guess
least
he-
you remember that.
Oh my lord. I mean, what are we giving this episode? Killer pass.
Out of a 10, it's a 0 out of 10.
Oh, God.
It's a
I don't
fate
think it was
0 out of 10.
To be honest, out of all the episodes, this is probably the least miserable one, I guess, because I was literally watching it trying to see if I could like record something that I thought looked stupid, and I couldn't do it. I was literally like, that whole episode, there wasn't anything like too bad. Not like last week where he was getting stung with the bees multiple times.
Oh god, the
favorite scene.
bees.
Dude barely moves his mouth.
Oh my god, show's amazing. So I'm passing it. I don't know.
Of course, I'm passing it. I watch this every week, and on Twitter, people question me constantly, like, "Why are you still watching this show?" And I say every time, it is funny. It is hilarious. It is the worst TV anime in history. Why wouldn't I watch it?
Oh, that's too good. It's too good. EA, what are your thoughts?
No comment. I
Dang,
mean,
shit, that quick.
I mean, I have no choice. I can kill it as many times as I want, but it's gonna keep coming back like a fucking zombie. So
Very
Ah.
hilarious.
People killed the Promised Neverland over this show.
And we stopped to think. We stopped watching The Promised Neverland and ReZero, and this show lived on.
To be fair, ReZero was outside interference.
Okay,
But-
yeah, true. I mean, we technically didn't kill it, but like we can't talk about it on this show. And well, to be honest, if we're doing this, we could technically talk about it. Could we?
I mean,
I
I
don't know.
guess we could just not.
I mean, maybe you just don't want a chance to because Kodakawa's going to be like, they're talking about it and they're not using screenshots. Get them.
I don't know. I don't like supporting. I don't like giving ReZero promotion anymore because at least the anime because of Kadokawa. So I don't know.
Well, it's up to you. I completely understand because I recently got a strike myself, and it wasn't ReZero. It was
Love
freaking
Live.
Love Live. Freaking
Bandai.
Love Live. Bandai went ahead and struck me down. Bastards.
I do want to read Alejandro's comment because it will be a very interesting idea if this happened. He said, "What if X Arm gets a Ghost Stories type dub?"
That'd be
That would
amazing.
be the best. Like
Uh,
paired with this
I'd
animation
rewatch it. I'd rewatch it.
You know what?
for sure.
You know what? Let's make it happen. Let's dub
Wait,
this.
Let's dub
we're
it.
doing it?
Yeah. Let's make it a project of ours and dub every episode with our voices, both men and women, unless there's some women that want to do it. And because I've been known as doing a great Rem impression, so I could be.
Wait. Well, you can't just say that and not do the impression.
Oh, of Rem.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Subaru-kun, it is me, Rem, and I love you, but you don't love me,
What?
and now I'm dead.
What was she
Greatness.
singing? Is she Roswell now?
Yeah, she caught she caught a little bit of what Roswell had, and now she's got the singing, levitating voice.
Well, damn. I guess we
Lovely.
should talk about Mushoku Tensei. So, yeah. There's an episode this week. An episode people thought that we were going to kill and were very offended by. I don't think people understood why we were very mad about that one episode that we didn't like.
Well,
Yeah,
go ahead, yeah.
I'm sorry, I was in the middle of texting. You go ahead. I lost my train of thought.
I was just gonna say, well, I definitely think it was a questionable scene, and it's just because of the characters being in question and what was going on, and I think it's really it being explicit the way it was. Of course, like nothing came out of it, but we're dealing with children here, so it's and of course, like they become adults at age 15, and I think Eris is 12 at this point, but it's still, it wasn't something I was like comfortable looking at, but it's not as bad as it was last time, and part of it was like the show refusing to acknowledge like what the tone should have been before, and it evolving sexual assault on Rudy's part. At the very least, I didn't want to see it, but at the very least, it was between two people who were consenting. Like that's a plus. Like that should be like that shouldn't be like cause for me to celebrate, but like
They
you know,
consented. Hallelujah.
yeah, you know, like I said, I thought the scene was questionable, but it wasn't as offensive as the other one. I don't even think it's in the same realm.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
to me this one actually felt like uh it felt like the tone was trying to be more of an awkward moment that had some comedy interspersed in it, not let's touch a girl who's asleep. you know there's like a totally like I don't know, it just didn't, it was awkward, it was kind of cringy, but like it was a cringy moment as well anyways. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
people when they thought when I got a bunch of messages of people telling me not to kill the show and just
Me
wait
too.
to hear it out, I was like, what the hell can they even do? Like, and I watched this episode. By the end, I was like, there was really nothing like awful about any of that. Like at first, I thought it was the scene with Gasoline where she shows him her ass, and I'm like, there's no way that
Dude,
people would think we would
That
kill it
was
over
actually
that.
funny.
Yeah, that was
that was
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah,
And
go
she
ahead, yeah.
has, I was going to say, she got a muscular ass,
My
but
God.
her ass
It's got an
is
ass
like,
made out of wood.
I was going to say,
Ew.
she's got an ass made out of concrete because listen. That's her ass. There's it's just like, hey baby, let me tap that.
You literally knocked on it.
Right. Can I come in?
She has to get like a caution symbol tattooed on her ass because That is it is like when Rudy was like tapping on it and it was like literally making sounds, I was like, whoa. Like,
That's a dangerous weapon.
yeah.
Like that's
If
something
She'd
that
be
she could
great.
use.
She'd be great in Keijo.
Oh
oh
my
my
god.
god. She
Yes,
would
she
kill people
would.
in Keijo. I don't think she could participate.
She would be the Michael Jordan of Keijo.
Holy shit, she would.
She would be the greatest to ever do it. Or even in recent she'd be the Tom Brady of Keijo with that ass. I mean,
No,
if
she's killing people. She's murdering them.
yes, like no one would want to fight her because they'd be either have broken rib cages, broken faces, or like death.
Oh my god, yes. Yeah, that scene was amazing. And when when they walk in, you see Gasoline with her pants down and Rudy just touching her ass. It was so hilarious.
See,
Did she
like
have a
that-
tail?
Yes.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, I didn't see it. I guess I wasn't looking for the tail.
You were looking at we know.
I was just like, damn. Well, I was just picturing. I'm just like, her ass is just the hardest thing in the history of this show.
It happens. Definitely happens.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Consent. Yes. So yeah, I didn't really have issue with that either because I'm gonna get short and sweet. There's a difference between groping, touching somebody when they're asleep versus let me give you some company because it's your birthday. I mean, is it weird that he's still an older man in a younger body touching the girl? Yes, I'm not going to say that it's not. It is still a little weird. But as far as tolerable, it's more tolerable.
Yeah, I would say the whole scenario is tolerable. If you look at it without the fact that he's a 45-year-old man, it's not bad. It's just an awkward scene between a horny kid who's probably shouldn't be horny at the age of 10. Which, by the way, the first scene of this episode was him pulling out a pube.
I thought that was a pew. Hey, he's becoming a man.
It's like, okay, I guess that's what we're doing with Mushoku Tensei, pulling out pubes.
Well, one thing we didn't talk about was you guys call her Gasoline. I'm still going to just call her Ghislaine. Her readiness to show Rudy her ass. I thought it was just cool that she was so shameless about it. Like there was no embarrassment on her face. There was no tsundere.
I mean, look at what she's
outburst.
wearing.
Yeah, she's showing the goods to everybody just based on her default attire, but most people aren't going to just moon someone willingly like that just so easily. But she was just like, "Oh, that's all." Like it's nothing for her, and I think that's pretty consistent with her character because she doesn't seem phased by much at all.
I guess that explains how Paul got with her. Like Paul probably just said, "You want to do it?" She's like, "Yeah."
I could definitely imagine that. She doesn't seem like the type of person to blush and hesitate. It's just, things are pretty straightforward with her.
I think that's another charming aspect about her as well. Her
For
just
sure.
Yeah.
kind of absent-mindedness and just kind of take it as it is. Just roll with it.
Freaking Rudy became 10 years old in this episode. Freaking the freaking grandpa, well not grandpa, but the freaking dad and I guess the mom is now cool with Rudy now.
Yeah, that was
Like they both got dragged out while it was like raining and yeah, the dad one was funny because he's just like, let's start a war, and he was getting dragged. I'm like, that's funny. But then when I guess the mother was doing that and basically just doing the boobs in the face trope and whatever, I was just like, oh, she's cool with them now. I don't know why, but okay.
I feel like this is something that they probably skipped over because correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a light novel. It originated as a light novel, right?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they skipped some content regarding the mother. Now we do know that a time skip happened, with Rudy being 10, so she probably warmed up to him just over the years because initially we saw the looks that she was giving him and they were looks of disdain. We got that explained, but I feel like there was more to it that the light novel probably got more into, but we kind of got to just fill in the blanks with some of the things. But it was pretty much just the reason why she was looking at him like that in the first place is because we learned that her two sons that she had before
Yeah.
Eris were they had to leave her household because they had to be. I think they said that the men had to be a part of like the main branch or like be with the main family.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like she felt like Rudy was intruding on something that should have been afforded to her son. So it was kind of like why are you here when my sons couldn't be here? But now I think she's trying to I guess compensate for her absence of her sons by loving Rudy now because now she's being a doting mother.
Hmm. And she got dragged out.
Yeah.
No, marry my daughter. Marry my daughter.
Yeah, there's just a couple people wanting to know why we're not talking about Jujutsu Kaisen on this show. Satsuki?
All right. I've been put on the spot. My reason for not wanting to watch Jujutsu Kaisen is a very petty one, but
Oh
it is
boy.
one I will stand by because I am very stubborn. But pretty much, I kept getting harassed to watch and read Jujutsu Kaisen, and eventually, I took a stand and I said, I will never ever watch or read the show. I don't care how good it is. I've never spoke on the quality of it. I've always said, in fact, I believe it's probably something I would like, but out of pure spite for the people that kept harassing me about Jujutsu Kaisen, I will not read or watch the series. So if we were to do it on the show, I would not watch it. I would just be talking out my ass.
Now EA has a price. What's your price?
Oh, well, I mean, I was just gonna watch it as a part of my series of So I Finally Watched, and yeah, I was just gonna watch it, and I was gonna have all the views and likes and kisses. But now that we're asking a price, let's
I was
see.
asking actually
Someone,
Satsuki
no, no,
what he.
no, no, no. Oh, you were. I thought you were asking me.
Well, I mean, same for you as well, but also Satsuki.
Get me to 420 as far as subscribers, and I'll do it.
All right,
420.
Satsuki, what's your price?
I don't have a price. You will never get me to read or watch Jujutsu Kaisen.
There
I
you
love
go.
it.
See,
I love it.
there you go.
This is I keep telling people. I when I look at Jujutsu Kaisen and what's going on because I see a lot of screenshots and people talking about it, it seems like a show I would probably really like. I've always said that, but I just won't do it. I won't give that person the satisfaction of them saying, "You finally gave in, you caved in." I am that petty. I will do it.
There you go. There you
I
go.
could just imagine a meme right now where it's Sasuke saying, "I will never watch Jujutsu Kaisen," and then underneath is, "So you have chosen death."
I'll tell you what. This is what we'll do. We'll have a special King of Anime podcast episode for Jujutsu Kaisen with me and
Ooh,
EA, maybe a guest
hell
or
yeah!
another guest who's seen it. And
All right.
if you guys want to see something like that, one's in the chat. Just press 1, send it in the chat if you want something like that. If not, that's fine. But
See how many ones we can get.
see how many ones.
I mean, you should have said 2, because remember the last time you said 1 for this, 2 for that. We had like a row of 2s.
Okay. 2's for, I mean, it's like 2 for no. I don't. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Okay.
Okay, we got one for QOW. Okay, no, negative. Okay, it's going.
Yeah. Okay. Minus
Okay,
one.
crippling depression.
I. Or
What if I press 5? Then you're out of the club.
there has been no 2s.
Oh, there's one. Jotaro.
Yeah,
But
there's
he
one.
already did a 1. He already pushed 1 earlier.
Yada yada.
He's a liar.
I guess. All right. Well, I guess we have our answer.
All right. Is it going to be on my channel or yours?
I don't know. I guess KOA. I guess mine.
All right.
It would
your
make sense
channel,
to be
then.
on mine, but
Yep, we'll do it on yours then.
right.
Well, I guess I'll do 2 videos then.
Yeah, might as well.
Right.
Anybody wants to be? You got anybody idea to be a guest on that? I don't know. Message me on Twitter.
Let's get
Get-
Giguk.
Let's get
I'm still waiting for.
Let's get Arcada. Let's finally get him.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Arcada. After all these years, he's never came on.
Maybe we can get Bob Samurai. I don't know if he's watched Jujutsu Kaisen. Probably not. I did a video with him recently, about a month ago. But anyways, back to Jesus Mushoku Tensei. We need to talk about like the best freaking part, which is the end, where the fucking dragons.
I know, dude. That scene made me want to continue watching the show because, first of all, the dude stares right into a dragon's eyes and says, "What's up?" and doesn't even flinch. And then the dragon's just blowing fire on him, doesn't hurt him. Then he flies away, and he's just like, "There's some mana growing over in the distance." That guy already is the coolest character in the whole show, and I don't even know his damn name.
Poor dragon was just asking for directions, and you would not tell him anything.
But that's so great.
Delane is still my favorite, though. Especially seeing she has the heterochromia with the green eye. Or maybe it just glows like that.
No,
when
she's got Kakashi's like fucking in Sasuke's eye thing.
Sharingan.
Sharingan. Naruto.
If she does some fucking jujitsus or whatever, the things with the hands, I'm gonna freak out.
Does sexy jutsu.
How would that look? I mean,
I guess I don't know.
No, somebody has to go into that. How does sexy jutsu work when you're already like a sexy woman?
All she does is she just takes her arms and then just like pushes her boobs together and they just go different directions. Just whoosh. She just moves her shoulders up and down.
For gasoline, she may get more clothes.
Just the reverse effect, just like, I am now fully clothed and I'm ready to fight.
Oh my god, now it has to be canon. When somebody makes like a hentai of her, she's gotta have like the hardest ass.
Oh, well, I was gonna say there's already hentai.
Oh well, yeah,
Don't ask me
obviously.
how I know that.
No, I mean, you don't
Okay,
even have
we
to
won't.
know, you know?
I know.
It's Rule 34.
This is true.
All right.
But yeah, the ending was awesome. We got to see a little bit of like fighting with this guy wearing I don't know, like a cat mask, taking on gasoline, just freaking awesome shit. And I'm just like, I want more of this. I want more of this. And then he's just like, later. And just, that was it. I'm like, no, I want more.
I feel like now we're moving into the main conflict of the story because there's been conflict like with the people that tried to kidnap Eris and Rudy, but that only lasted episode. Like you knew that wasn't going to be something that lingered on or had like an effect long term. But I feel like now we're going to have something that has like an overarching plot because we have like this collection of mono that we don't know where it came from, and people thought it was Rudy and they got attacked because of that. And now I don't even know what happened to everybody because they all got like enveloped in this light So we don't know. I mean, of course, Rudy and Eris are probably still alive, and Ghislaine as well, but we don't know what's going on with that exactly.
Oh my god, the giant explosion. I was like, holy shit, they're all dead. That's it.
That's it. Or all right, well, we're following Sylphie now.
Yeah, and they aged appropriately. Like she's older now. The kids,
I have a problem with the kids.
the freaking well, I kind of do too because the maid is teaching her daughter how to be a maid.
Yeah, why is she wearing a fucking maid outfit? You don't have to. You can want better for her. You don't. Why do you
Right,
want her to be a fucking maid?
right. Why not have her be a fighter or something? It's like nah, she's peaked. As soon as she came out the womb, she's peaked. She's gonna be a maid.
Yeah, but she ain't no peak finger.
What?
True. That is her last name. Peak from Attack on Titan. Her last name is Finger.
I've been calling her Peck.
I called her PIECK.
Peak. Okay, so Peak, Peck, and PIECK.
But no, Peak is, I think, the right way to say it.
Okay, so Peak Finger. That's a weird last name.
It is a disgusting last name. That's why I think I should give her my last name.
Hey,
Oh shit.
rolls
Okay.
off the tongue.
Yeah.
Peak Savage.
Yes, that is my last. That is my real last name.
I was gonna say I was thinking of his real last name, but
Peak Savage does not sound bad at all.
no, it doesn't. It sounds pretty good. That sounds like a wrestler. Introducing to the no, I have to do the voice.
Oh, no.
Introducing to the ring, Peak Savage. Thank you.
Let's go, Peak Savage. Let's go.
Oh,
NXT. NXT.
NXT.
Bye forever.
there was one thing I want to say. This is a weird thing to think about, but remember when what the fuck is her name? The mom of Rudy. I forgot her real name.
Zenith.
Zenith, Led
Yeah,
Zeppelin, something.
When she was holding her child, and she scared her with the talk of monsters or the demon race that they think Sylphie is a part of. It made her cry. Initially, I was kind of like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why are you telling the kid this? Like, why are you scaring the shit out of your child?" But then I thought about her raising Rudy, and I thought maybe her tone was so off with her kid because of how Rudy reacted to certain things in his childhood. Because, like, Rudy wasn't fazed by normal things like a kid should be in his childhood. So I was thinking maybe because of her raising Rudy, who was mentally a grown man, that's why she's kind of off with her parenting when it came to other kids who were actual kids.
That's what I thought as well.
I thought that too.
Yeah. That's the mirror my mind went to. The other thing though as well is you want to teach your kids to be afraid of these dangers. So, that also works in that sense as well, I think.
For sure.
Yeah. That's a stranger danger. Don't go up to them, they'll kill you. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said killed.
Maybe the mana was coming from those demons because they've been hyped up for a majority of the series. So I wouldn't put it past the series to have them like be revealed to be the people who were behind the mana pool at the very end, since they've been talked about to be like the most dangerous creatures in the world.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Riveting. Riveting stuff there.
I was typing out a comment for somebody asking why we don't talk about ReZero.
Okay.
What else happened in this episode? I mean, we pretty much hit time limit
I
for
want to say I
Mushoku.
think
So
that was pretty much it. I'm like for the first time in probably this whole show's existence, I'm looking forward to the next episode because I think we're finally reaching that point in the show where things go from 0 to 100.
We got the introduction of Lolly Girl
oh
that
yeah,
looked
yeah,
like terrible.
yeah. She
The with the purple hair,
Yes,
the one walking in the desert,
she looked like a
and
fucking munchkin.
she really did. She looked like a troll doll or something. Like it was just weird.
for a
I'm like, who
second.
is this person?
For a second, I was like, "Is this the reason people thought we were gonna drop this show?"
Right. She's just
Because
walking. Yeah. Oh
if
god, I hate
you
this person.
if you remember with Slime Daddy, the whole reason we killed
Yep.
Slime Daddy was because of a certain pink twin-tailed lolly that showed up that didn't wear shit.
Yep, had
Well,
the
I mean-
ass crack for all to see.
I mean, I just didn't like that character in general.
Yeah, very
I have
annoying
yet
character.
I have yet to know what this character is going to do, so maybe they might be better.
I imagine. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it, not because no one could be worse than Demon Lord Milam. She's gonna be better than Demon Lord Milam.
It's not a hard feat, but I am hoping that that is true.
Passing, because I'm passing.
Passing.
Pass.
Right. Now let's talk about Wonder Egg Priority. This show is just amazing. I love this show. This episode made me love this show even more than I already did. Because they dealt with things like really, really dark things you never see them talk about. Not only suicide, but stuff like self-harm. And they confronted it in this episode. And sure, it didn't go like the most in-depth it could have, but the fact is that they had the conversation and they were very respectful with it, and the character was able to overcome it, and it is so great. Guys, what'd you think about this episode?
I too thought it was great. Yes, it was talking about, self-infliction, dealing with pain, but there was also reasoning behind it through this character where, all she wanted to know was her dad. And a child, especially when they're like that young, parents everything to them, especially if they don't know the other parent, whether it be the mother or the father. I could see where it could absolutely be hard. And it also brought to light why she kind of lives by that whole a pretty girl doesn't need a wallet, because that was what her dad told her. I didn't know she didn't know. Like, she never met her dad, but she only remembers little parts of her. And to me, that's something where, she wants to get to know her father, and she's in that maybe just weak, fragile little self right now, because we're all growing up, especially around that age. But yeah, it was very interesting, and of course, the mother was an alcoholic, and it was probably assumed that she probably really doesn't know the father because maybe she got around a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah,
She had it down to
that's
5. I mean, that
yeah,
goes to
yeah.
show.
She's like, it's one of these 5 people. I was just like, oh, you're one of those people.
It's like you're picking people out of the lineup. Like it's one of these guys. Like what?
I like how she's like, this one has like eyebrows like mine. Do you think it's his? I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, yeah, but I felt like Rika, because even Rika after that said like, "Now I'm serious, Rika." I feel like she was trying to play off something that was very troubling for her, you know, because she was playing it out off as a joke and trying to be lighthearted about her, but obviously this is something that affects her deeply, not knowing who her father is and not being able to meet her because of uh, her mother not knowing. And I had to speak about her mother because I am always the advocate for beautiful people, despite how terrible they may be. The mother is still terrible. All right. I just want to preface my comments by saying that. But man, she is a MILF. I will say that. She is a MILF.
Listen, listen. You, how does this even begin to compare to Elsa or Priscilla? Why did you make that distinction? There's like, this is just like a really poor mother who's trying her hardest, who's an alcoholic, and you're like,
Okay.
well, I know I'm like not being an advocate for it. It's like, what?
What I'm saying is, because I put it on under a broad umbrella. A lot of the times I advocate for beautiful people who have done terrible things. She's not in the same tier as a Priscilla or an Elsa, some may say, or even Yuki's mother, because I've also been an advocate for her. But nonetheless, she's not a good mother. I think we can all agree on that. But we can also agree that she looked good.
To be honest, I wasn't even thinking that, but
Have you seen her?
I mean, yeah, I saw her, and I saw her. Hey there, buddy, how you doing? Let me just give me a kiss. Happy birthday. I don't know. I mean, yeah, she's good looking, but I think when it comes down to smelling like alcohol 24/7 and good looks, I don't know.
Those don't go together really well.
They really don't. You get your been to a couple of clubs where the strippers come up to you. Would you like a dance? You're like, oh, no.
Listen, I always have to say this. I'm not saying I would like marry her or anything like that. I'm
Right,
just acknowledging that she looks good.
Well, maybe
No,
marrying
I
her in this instance would solve a lot of issues.
Rika would know who her daddy is.
Probably give the mother some kind of confidence. She's getting up there.
Right.
She's 38 now, Satsuki.
All you'd have to do is just come
38 's
on
fine.
over to her and just be like, "Hey, baby,
Yeah,
I see
38
you.
is no problem.
I see you're a bartender at this place. I want to let you know that you are so beautiful."
Does she have some vodka?
I want to say, do you? I mean, I'm gonna say yes. She has vodka. Like, do you have vodka? Yes, I do. And you're like, well, you are forever.
You
in the
have my
Satsuki
heart.
Club.
Yeah, pretty much.
Though I do like the whole thing with like, I love Rika and her mother's relationship because it's so estranged. Like they just don't talk to one another. But by the end, like Rika realizes that she kind of has to help her mother out too, and protect her because it's the only, it's the right thing to do and all that. And I like that the last scene of this episode where they sit down with each other and they just have this really strange and awkward conversation. But it's not, the point is that it's an awkward conversation. The point is that they're having the conversation. And I like how the mother says to Rika, like, you're gonna leave me too. And she's like, yeah,
Yep.
but not now. And I thought that was such a sweet thing for her to say while still, like, she's kind of still prideful about it. So she's not outright saying, I'm never going to leave you or anything like that. Like, there is a reality to it where she is going to leave her one day. But it's such a sweet thing. I don't know. I thought that was really wholesome. And it kind of repairs like a good portion of their relationship, I think, with that.
I think it was being real. I think it was just being realistic in that sense, because a lot of the times, like, okay, like if we had this episode, or at least the plot of this episode without the ending of it, with like a different studio or something, maybe, or a different writer, maybe we would probably try to make the mother sympathetic, and by the end of it, we try to have like the silver lining by having Rika and the mother, uh, you know, see eye to eye, and like have like this positive trend for them to, have a better relationship. But by the end of it, it's kind of like Rika acknowledges that their relationship probably won't be repaired. It will never be like one of a normal mother and daughter, but that's fine. She's ready to move on from that. I think like that's the beauty of it. It's kind of like, in real life, sometimes you just can't repair some certain things. Like you would want things to go over well, but sometimes it just doesn't. And Rika is just like, one day I'm going to leave you, but for now, I'm kind of like she's still in high school, so she still needs her mother. So it's not a relationship she could just walk away from right now.
Don't mean to change the subject. Alejandro says, anyone watching Tomazaki in reference to bottom tier Tomazaki-kun? I've seen the first 3 episodes of it. For the past couple days, I've been watching it. It's very good. It's another. I think you guys may like it. I think EA would really like it. So yeah, if anybody watching this now doesn't know about a show called Bottom Tier Tomazaki-kun, definitely check it out. It's pretty good.
Huh.
What do you think of Neru's advice to Rika, where she says, was it to Rika or was it to I forgot if it was to Momo. I forgot who it was too, but she said something like someone was talking about bullies. I think it may have been I who was talking about bullies because she was going back to school. And Neru said something like, if worse comes to worse, feed them to your fucking Pokemon because they're essentially haters. I was like, what type of advice is that? Kill the bullies?
I mean,
She's
that's
very
Kill the
straightforward.
bullies?
what Neru does, man.
Yeah, she's very straightforward with her advice and what she says. She's not blunt in her approach, that's for sure.
I mean, think about it, man. If we kill all the bullies, we wouldn't have a silent voice.
This is true. This is true.
This is very true.
Actually talking about Neru, she's not like the generic, I think it's called a Kudere. I can't remember.
Yes.
Like the Rei Ayanami kind of character. Like she's like really good. she's not just some generic like character lacking emotion. Like and just being straight faced all the time. Like God, this show does so many of just all of this, just does a lot right.
Yeah, I think Neru is just very pragmatic. She's someone who's too logical to a fault and doesn't like factor other people's emotions in certain things, and that leads to her bickering with a lot of people. Like her
Mhm.
and Rika are polar opposites because I think Rika is someone who acts on impulse, and like I said, Neru is one who acts on logic and reasoning. So I think that's obviously intentional. They're polar opposites of each other. That's why you see those two specifically don't get along. At the start when Neru knew who Rika was, she warned I that she would, be careful of her, be wary of her. So yeah, I think it's just Neru being someone who is like, she looks at things very methodically rather than emotionally like other people would.
Yeah, I think that plays a lot into her strengths in the group and just her role in the series. I think was the last episode we focus on her, or was it the episode before? But like her episodes are very, very good. And I think because of the way her character is, it leads to a lot of subtlety. Which there's a lot of subtle stuff anyways in this series, but I don't know.
I still don't think we got an episode focused solely on her.
Well, we
We've
got
gotten
that.
little blips in
Well, yeah, we got that where she was fighting that one monster
yeah.
on the bridge.
I don't
But
know if
see,
it was like a full
Yeah,
like
yeah.
backstory.
It
though.
wasn't, but it was like a specific scene kind of focused only on her.
Like I know we know glimpses, like we know bits and pieces about her, but I don't think we know like the whole story. Like we know that she doesn't. At least hope I'm right, that she doesn't have any parents. That she like lost them when she was young.
Think so.
That's what it was kind of like just said in kind of passing, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's kind of important.
So that is a good question to ask. Is do you think we're gonna have any more really like character focused episodes?
I think so.
For sure. For Neru, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think well, she's kind of the main character, so she's kind of been running the whole show. Nero, yes. We had one on Rika. Who's the other girl? What's her name?
Momo.
Momo.
Yeah. Momo
I
especially,
think
I think is going to have a care. Well, she had hers a little bit, but it was kind of like shared,
yeah.
shared with other characters. So
Right. Yeah. I also like the fight in this episode. She was kind of not only going against this monster, but as well the person she was trying to help move on, which is we've kind of seen that before already. But it was really interesting in this case because this woman, she basically got into a cult, and the cult leader made them all commit suicide, and they all died, even the cult leader. And so now that's like she's still kind of brainwashed by it, even in purgatory. So I don't know. I thought her, like, you didn't need to say much about her to get what was going on with that, but Rika almost gave into it. And
Yeah.
she realized that, like, because of, I forget what the trigger was, but because of the trigger, she was able to fight from that and put, meaning to her own situation.
well, I'll say the trigger was her Pokemon protecting her.
Yes,
And
yeah.
her
Freaking
thinking that she would be like her mother if she gave up on him because now she believes herself as the Pokemon's mother.
Right.
So she doesn't want to give up on her like her mom has been distant from her. So that was the trigger.
freaking that Pokemon looks like a clown freaking Squirtle.
Clown Squirtle. It looks like
And then
Squirtle mixed with Roswell.
It's
And
a
then it-
mega evolution.
And then it freaking digivolved into freaking Clown Blastoise. With the spinny, that thing was cool. It was just spinning around and doing all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah, that was cool. I was upset that her fans didn't come out to save her this time.
No. Yeah, well, it is what it is, I suppose.
Oh well, yeah. Because they would have for sure been like, "Don't do it."
It just would have been like,
Just
wave the
just
glow
that.
sticks.
Right. They would have been waving the glow stick, saying, "Don't do it," and then they would just dance in unison.
God, I still love those fangirls. I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we giving this episode?
Pass like a kidney stone.
Yeah,
What is
Satsuki's
your
just
favorite animate? I think they were trying to say anime. Um, what are you guys' favorite anime this season?
This season, God.
I mean, it's a toss up between Wonder Egg Priority and AoT.
I want to say Wonder Egg is pretty good. I heard The Promised Neverland was pretty good.
All right.
Oh.
Tell me
I'm
who you
kidding.
heard that from.
I heard it from this dude who was on the sidewalk who was literally just like, "I seen it. I seen the Promised Neverland. It's great." And I'm
Was he
just
drunk?
like, he did have some teeth missing, so I mean, it's possible that he could have been.
Oh. Well, yeah.
He was shirtless and had some hair missing from the top too.
Oh God. Did he have like a beard that touched the floor?
Had
Is
a
this a
patchy
beat?
looking beard.
This is a Beatles reference?
What?
Hair
No.
down to his knees.
No, he
I
was.
promise you.
Yeah, this guy, he's known as Jeffy the Bum.
Jeffy.
God. Well, I'm giving this episode a pass. What about you, Satsuki?
I'm passing it. I want to answer
Oh.
who said this? Chris Callett's question. My favorite anime, it's two answers. Because I feel like I always had to separate them. Just because I feel like sequels have the advantage always. My favorite anime in general is Attack on Titan. And my favorite non-sequel anime this season is Horimiya. I feel like that is a really refreshing romance series.
Hollow
Oh,
speaking Japanese.
oh.
Yeah, Hollow's saying something in Japanese. He
I'm gonna-
donated
I'm
$5.
gonna hold on, I'm gonna translate it right now. I'm gonna copy and paste this
Oh,
shit.
well,
I'm very scared for what he said because he added the exclamation points at the end.
Hold
something
on,
very
let me-
positive. I'll just say that. EA will.
Go fuck yourself.
Usually that's kind of what I expect from Hollow in a normal conversation with him. He's
You
just
are all wonderful.
yeah.
Oh, thank you, Hello. You're beautiful.
Hollow is beautiful. That is the truth. I've seen pictures of Hollow. He is a beautiful man.
Yeah.
Legit, I give like 9 or a 10. Like I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Speaking
Alright.
out of 9 out of 10 men,
It's
Aaron Yeager.
yeah, it's
Now that guy is a stud.
current topic. Let's just say current topic. Aaron Yeager.
He has a cult following, and I think they blew an opportunity for coming up with one of the best names ever.
What is that?
The Jaeger Bombers.
Well,
That's terrible.
What do you mean
yeah,
terrible?
I don't think
They're a cult of Jaeger. Somebody got blown the fuck up. Jaeger Bombers.
although they did bomb a guy, I don't think that they'll continue to just bomb people throughout the entire series.
I mean, that's how people know who they are. Who are we? We are the Jaeger Bombers, and we love Aaron Yeager. Ho! Ho!
Boom.
Right. Drop the mic.
Oh god. Yeah, Aaron broke out of his prison and now he's got a bunch of Jaegerists with him.
Yep.
Can't believe they're called Jaegerists. So dumb.
There is, I think, a reference to is it the third opening? Is it the second opening of AoT where they're saying something? What do they say? Damn it, chat! You guys know, I'm sure. Something Sasagio.
I want to say I'm not watching the chat.
Oh, that's what you're talking. Shinzo Sasageo. That's what it is.
Yeah. Paulo donated another $3.99. God damn it! I'm gonna have to learn Japanese to figure out what this says.
Hold on. I got it.
Shinzo Sasageo. Shinzo Sasageo.
Yeah, that's
I
what it
speak
was.
Japanese after I translate it, so hold on.
But yeah, well, the whole thing about speaking of that, the whole thing is like nobody, like everyone is really for Eren Yeager at this point.
Yeah.
And the
Right, you know
assassination.
what he said?
What did he say?
He said, "No, I'm not beautiful. You're all beautiful. I like all of you."
Blushes. Baka.
Thank you, chat. Fuck, what was I saying? Yeah, when they killed Zach,
They killed me?
Yep.
they killed you.
No!
Should have never had a shit machine.
Should have
I
never
wanted-
done that.
I wanted to have be the person to lead the cult.
Yep. That's what happens, karma.
Well, after they assassinate him and they see his fucking burning body hit the ground, they're like, "Yeah, Aaron,
But
woo!"
anyway,
That's a terrible way to die. For you to die, and people to celebrate, and moments after.
Yeah, they're like, Marley's anger has reached us. Let us worship our Lord and Savior Bane. And then Bane comes out and he's like, I was born in the darkness.
I was. You only adopted the darkness. I was born in it.
Yeah, yeah. I do think it's funny. It's the chair that blew him up.
It's
so
a
all
shitty.
he had to do was sit down, and those man, Mikasa and
Armin made it out pretty
yeah,
well.
they freaking. If he decided to take a load off and just sit down, that would have been the end of them.
Do you think he sits in the chair the same way the people that sat in the chair would sit in the chair? You know, like
What do you
maybe
mean?
upside down.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He just
Like upside down?
puts his ass like halfway on the chair and halfway off of it.
No, he just like sits on it reverse.
Yeah.
He sits on a chair reverse. That seemed so
Yeah,
he's
he
like
puts
one
his
of those cool people who's like, hey guys, I'm just gonna hang and pop a squat right here.
Oh Lord. Tech Titan donates $50.
What?
Kind of. Well, it's like
$50?
MX. It's like what is it? It's like $250 or something. US. But he says they kind of censored Zachley's death. So Sasuke, you would know about that.
I don't know anything about it.
All right,
It's been a while since I read that chapter.
there you go.
I mean, for what they showed, I don't think they censored it to a degree that it was like that is like warrants you going to the manga. I mean, like you saw like half of his body there. So again, it's been a while since I read the chapter, but I don't think they censored it to like, it's normal censored. It's not like I'm watching JoJo right now, and a lot of the censorship is them literally showing instead of blood, it's fucking black blobs. That is
Yeah.
censorship.
Yeah, that's censorship in Japan. Yeah, maybe it's just something they did artistically. Because they still showed his body like 3 or 4 times. It looked pretty grim. So, but let's see. So with Aaron now having his own kind of side in all of this, Pixie's basically at this point, he's like given up. But what I find interesting is that he's going to try to use Historia and Zeke as a gambling chip. Now, I guess I can't really ask Satsuki this because he knows, but what do you think those what do you think they want? Like what Pixies wants in a deal between the Jaegerists?
I have no idea, to be honest. I'm just one of those where I'm just following along to see where this goes. But Aaron freaking has a cool leather jacket with the 6-pack abs, and he's got like a little man bun going on. He seems to be doing all right for himself.
Yeah, all the ladies are happy after this episode because not only do they have Levi, but now they have Aaron. Bad guy Aaron.
And the women love the bad guys. So I've been told.
Your punishment must be more severe.
But I think, I don't know, I think maybe what they're going to want is something where they're just considered more equals. Because I don't think they can do much. Yeah, they have Historia and Zeke. But eventually Aaron is going to get what he wants. From like he's going to find them eventually, no matter what, no matter with them or without him. Like he's going to get Historia and Zeke.
Well, just speaking on my experience with just this episode, I'm not using any manga information. When it comes to how Pixis is, he approached the situation, what he wants is simply no friction. That's what he wants. He doesn't want any civil war. He doesn't want bloodshed when it comes to the Eldians. It's kind of like the compromise that the Paradisians took when it came to Aaron waging war on Marley. They didn't want to wage war on them, but they went along with it because it was just kind of like they had to at that point. And I think that's what Pixis is doing. He doesn't want to give in to Aaron's demands and forgive what his people did to Zackley, but if it comes at the peace of the Eldians, if it comes at people not having to kill other Eldians, then he'll take it. That ultimately he does not want a civil war or anything like that. He wants to protect the country or their island. So I don't think he wants anything out of it like he wants to negotiate or anything like that. It's just simply we don't want to fight you. I think that's it.
Damn.
Mhm.
Damn. A lot of people are talking about when this season is going to end. I think how many times have we discussed this on KOA with like
Week.
it's probably going to get a final season part 2, which is hilarious.
I feel like I know where it's going to end now. Like I know
Oh.
like the perfect spot for it to end.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you think where it's ending, do you think like they have enough material to make a second, I don't know, like a final season part 2, or they could like turn it into a movie?
If they did a second part of this, it would it would be short still. It
It would
wouldn't
be
be like
short.
12 it would be less than 12 episodes, I feel.
You think like maybe 8?
I think that would probably be a perfect number. Maybe
Okay.
like 8 or 10 like through the like I feel like they would be something like that. Depending on if they do a movie, like how long it is, they could try to do something like that. But I feel like things would have to be condensed if they did it in a movie format. But yeah, they if they did do a second part of it, it would be less than 12 episodes.
Which I'm all right with. Attack Titan
Yeah.
once again donates 100 MX.
Nice.
So thank you very much. Much appreciated. And of course, if you do donate, it's split between all of us. As well, there's other ways to do it. Might as well go ahead and just plug this real quick. But the King of Anime podcast t-shirts, I'm pinning in chat. You buy one of those, it's split between EA and Satsuki. And you get a cool t-shirt.
This is true.
I mean, who doesn't want that cool ass t-shirt?
Not you, because you don't have it.
You're right, I don't. I'm so bad and sorry, and it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, when you least expect it.
Oh shit.
Whoa, what happened there?
Somebody, what is it, the Battlefield trailer?
You okay, Satsuki?
I almost dropped my phone. I'm all right though.
Okay, I'm glad you're okay.
My life is literally linked to my phone, so whenever it takes damage, I take damage.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we just heard. Boom.
Heard buttons are falling off your phone. Are you okay?
My phone is cracked, so I think like that's my heart, like in pieces.
Oh,
You
who broke your heart?
look like Rurouni Kenshin. You just got like fucking scars on your face and all over your body.
Or like Vash from
Yeah.
Trigon.
Holy shit! We went to Vash.
My God.
Vash the Stampede. So
Love and peace.
yo, we got to do a KOA for Trigun one of these days.
Hell
I
yes.
find that Trigon is a very good.
I love Trigun. God, I wouldn't mind watching it again.
Yeah,
for
one
the
of these
umpteenth
slow
time.
seasons, we gotta just do a bunch of cool shit.
Normally
like
that happens around like fall season is when it gets slow.
yeah.
Remember last fall and how we talked about 2 anime?
We talked about 2 anime for the whole season. Oh god, we're getting so off topic. MX Titan donates another 100, or
Holy
Attack Titan, says there's going to be the anime convention in Japan on the same day that AoT finishes. Rumors say they will announce
Really?
how AoT will finish.
Holy crap. That's perfect.
But
It's
sorry.
No, I was literally just gonna be like, that's perfect. And then when they announce what's gonna happen, now we just gotta play the waiting game, and it's gonna be insane how hyped that show is gonna be, or movie, or whatever they decide to do whenever it comes out.
So the whole thing with Hanj, where Hanj is like, we got to figure out what Zeke's plan is before, and her first thing is the restaurant. And who do we see in the restaurant? None other than
Azumabito.
Wait, what?
what? No, the Blouse family and
Oh fuck.
Gabby and Falco. So
Yep.
everything is converging to this one restaurant, and all I gotta say is the food must be nice, or shit is about to hit the fan. And since it's AoT, it's likely the food is pretty nice, and shit is about to hit the fan.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy. Food's usually pretty good in Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Sasha would have loved to go to this restaurant.
R.I.P.
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 Yo, I'm all for peak puns. Okay, I called this episode had not a cliffhanger, but a peak hanger.
God.
Got many
When
dislikes
will
on my
it
video
end?
for that.
But
You know,
what do you guys think is going to come out of the restaurant thing? Because I think like what was honed in on it was the fact that Yelena has been probably okay. No, I think that's what has to be talked about first before we get into that.
Well,
What do
yeah,
you guys think about Yelena?
I think Elena loves Aaron.
Aaron loves those Jaeger boys.
She does.
she's really into him. I don't know if it's out of just admiration or the fact I've noticed in like I forget what episode it was. Like she was just really impressed just by seeing his a Titan form in general. She's just like, it's an honor for me to even just see you in this form, the Aaron Yeager. And what?
Jeremiah Winslow says more like a sneak peek.
So yeah, that's
That is a good one. That is a real good one.
that is cool because she's sneaking into there, and her name is Peak. That literally lasted for like a split second. Like I went, "Oh shit, it's okay." To be continued.
Yep.
But what was I getting at? Yeah, she just has real admiration. I don't know if it's because of the power that he wields, or if it's just him in general. But yeah, she just has a thing for him. It seems like.
Well, remember when we theorized who Aaron was going to get with, and like just make out with in front of Mikasa as her heart is broken.
Yeah.
Maybe it's going to be Yelena. Maybe Aaron's going to be like, "Hey, Mikasa, look," and she just starts making out with Yelena.
With
and
6'7".
Yeah. So she like bends down to do it, right?
Yeah. So
And
he would he would have to climb that mountain to get to the top.
and like and Mikasa's just like, Aaron. Aaron's like, stop saying that.
See, I'm a Yelena fan. You know, there's a. She definitely looks a lot more attractive in the anime than in the manga. I'll say that for sure. But I say that just to say it would be a big downgrade if Aaron went from Mikasa to Yelena. So
I don't know. Technically, it's a upgrade. It's a tall grade.
eh, tallness isn't everything. See,
Mikasa would just knock her down like she was a titan anyway. She's like, I scale things bigger than you.
this is true.
Elena's
Yeah.
a titan in her own way.
She really is. But yeah.
With,
No, I wasn't gonna add anything. I'm sorry.
I was going to say with Yelena, I thought it was very interesting how people had different perceptions of her. When we got to talk with Hanji and Yonkapon, he said something where he was saying that Yelena kind of like led the group by killing or having the Marlians have mysterious quote unquote mysterious deaths. So it was like talk around her, at least in his eyes, that she hated Marlians. But then when you go to what's going on at Paradise Island, she was actually the advocate for Marlians to have jobs and have a better social standing. So there is a disconnect. People don't understand what her true personality is. And if you look at the talk with her and Pixis, Pixis is like, all right, cut the bullshit, stop lying. You know, a good liar would throw in truths in the lies. So let's get down to the real business. So we haven't seen the true Yelena. And I think that's something to be noted. Like nobody really knows who she really is.
Well, I think it's also evident that the lengths that she would go to for this anti-Marleyan cause to just kill and murder people straight up for Zeke, but as well in the same breath, propose Marleyan rights. And it's like, and for Hanj, it doesn't make much sense because for her, it's like, why would she do that? Like lobby for those rights, but at the same time, kill Marlians so viciously. Makes no sense. So I think they're. Sorry, continue.
I was going to say very quickly. Well, that leads me to the thing. Why is there a disconnect in the first place? Like, why is she on one hand advocate for them to get more rights, but on the other, a vicious Marleyan killer in the eyes of others?
Sounds like she's probably playing a role. Maybe she's working for something.
Well, I think that is the case because, I mean, she says later on in the conversation, she wants to be right there beside both of the brothers for this new world. And I think that's a big part of it, is just her believing in this dream. It would also have to go back to probably what exactly happened in her past. Because she brings up many, like in her introduction, like many years ago when she first saw Zeke, she saw like liberation and stuff. She saw freedom. She didn't see anything else. So maybe it has to do something with what Marley did to her, that she would go to such lengths to fight for this cause. But yeah, she definitely does. I agree. After this episode, she seems she has a mystique around her, I think. A mysteriousness, like you don't know exactly who Yelena is and just exactly what drives her. But she's whatever it is, she's driven to insane lengths. But Attack Titan donates another 50. Wow.
Oh my gosh. He must have just got paid.
Yeah, I hope.
We appreciate it.
I hope, whatever MX is, I hope that's not like actual, you're not actually donating like
I'm gonna
$500 to us. I hope it's really just in your currency. It balances out to like $250 or whatever. But Attack Titan says, "Do you think Yelena told Historia to get pregnant?" Okay, did not think that it was going that way. I don't know. I don't
It looks like
think
it's
so.
the Mexican peso.
Okay. So hopefully, yeah. Hopefully not too much. Hopefully you're not donating too much to us. We don't want that. There's another comment.
Well, I I was going to say, okay, since we talked about Yelena, because I want to get like the foundation mapped out first, because I want to talk about like the restaurant, because you could kind of surmise why Yelena would kill other Marlians while they were still scouts, because there were probably a lot of people that distrusted them, and it makes sense for them for her to kill other Marlians when they were still scouts.
Mhm.
But what is the reason do you think that she tried to get other people employed in certain areas?
I have the only reason I can think of is to help her cause, help their cause. So
Honestly, I haven't really thought about it. If I'm being completely and
if
totally honest.
if you have all these people in these positions of just like, for example, what was that episode? What episode number was it? Episode like 69 or 70,
69.
where the guy's
The
like,
69.
where the guy had the wine.
Yeah,
Isn't that the
Yeah,
same
69.
restaurant?
yeah,
They only have one restaurant, and it's really good.
So if that is the case, then what is in the wine? But as well, I think the person who had the wine is also was also a Marlian. So it came from that first ship or whatever. So yeah,
yeah.
I think
Person
there's
who
a
had the
reason.
line, his name is Nicolo. He's the one who um cooked for Sasha, and they had the whole ship between
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Attack Titan says 50 Mexican is like 2 USD. My family won't eat for a week, but I don't care. Let's go, Sasagio.
That is not
I
good.
I don't. Well,
You gotta eat, buddy.
Yeah.
well, I also don't. I don't think. I don't think losing out on 2 USD will starve him. I hope, and his family. He,
I hope he's just kidding when he
yeah,
says that.
same.
Depends on what the budget is.
Right, it's like, you spent all of our 100? That's it.
Could have bought so much food with that $2.
Yeah.
God, I feel like I feel like we talked about most things. Oh, the thing in the beginning with Hitch. Hitch is back.
Yes, I love Hitch.
Been a while.
Hitch is me if I was an Attack on Titan and I was a beautiful girl.
Oh, what are you talking about? You already are.
Yeah, you're already
I-
a beautiful girl, Satsuki.
Oh, dang.
Satsuki Kiryuin?
Sasuke.
I am not as great as her, but thank you.
And then Armin has the whole thing with Annie. And I think my kind of theory on why he hangs out with Annie is because I think it's like a
Who he
place.
ate.
What?
It's because of who he ate.
You are what you
Oh
eat.
yeah, he ate Bertolt. But I think that's because as well, like that's probably just a place for him to just kind of air out all of his grievances. And Annie's a really good listener. So
Does she age?
I don't think she ages in the crystal, but maybe. I don't think they've ever explicitly said.
Because if she's for some reason like aging in the crystal, that doesn't seem right to me. She's probably still, how old was she back then? Like 15, 16?
Yeah.
So she,
Around 15, I think.
so she still remains 15. So she's not. She's gonna see. She's gonna see Irvin and be like, "Who are you? Oh, don't you remember me?" Did I say Irvin? I meant Irwin. Aaron.
Armin.
Armin.
Did I
There's
do
too many
that?
names in this damn show.
Um.
Armin. Armin Hammer.
I like the fact that Hitch is the one who's kind of like gatekeeping Annie. Do you guys remember who Hitch is? 'Cause
yeah,
Nope.
she's a very minor character.
she's
So like,
she was the love interest for the guy with the bowl cut that died.
yeah. See, I
Oh,
don't expect
that
people
was
to
her?
remember who Hitch is. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
She was the love interest of Marlo. Because
Oh.
I think the only time she appeared was early in season 1. You see a little bit of her. You see her in the OVA. If you watch the Lost Girls OVA, that focuses on Annie. And in season 2, they show they show her in a part 1 of season 3 too. Um, when they kind of recruit Marlo and Hitch. But yeah, they don't show it too often. But I was gonna say, like, I think it's a cool thing that she's the one that gatekeeps Annie because they were roommates at one point, and I would say that Hitch is probably Annie's only friend that she made in Marley, or not Marley, Paradise Island, because Annie's obviously not that social of a person, but her and Hitch kind of click. So I think it's kind of cool that she's the person that's guarding her crystallized body. Um, she kind of checked up on Armin because she thought he was doing something creepy. So I think I thought it was just cool.
Well,
What the hell is he gonna do? Put it on the glass?
I don't know. Who knows what he could do?
before we get to wrapping up the show this week, because we're hitting time pretty hard here. Tat Titan says, donates another 100. Some people say that Armin is developing feelings for Annie because of Bertold's memories. What do you
See?
think? That
See,
would mean
that's exactly what I was thinking.
that would mean Aaron wants to get laid with his mom. Ew.
Well,
kinda
his
cute, though.
well,
It's
I would
Carla.
say
Carla's
she
kind of hot.
died the very first episode.
Hey, but Carla's kind of hot
Hot
though.
now,
Kind of a milf.
I don't know if she's a MILF now though.
She's dead milf, but
Known as a DILF.
dilf.
Or DMILF. DMILF.
D MILF, all right.
Dead milf. I'd like to fuck.
Now, see, that's morbid. That's how we end it. Next.
Yeah. So, killing it or passing it?
Well, there's 4 episodes left.
Yeah, think so.
Man, I don't know. It's like getting close to
Oh
the
my God,
getting close to the time.
Somebody's spamming.
Very, very,
Someone's
very
spamming?
quickly.
I don't know.
Get
I
Yeah.
want to ask you guys, do you think people are eventually going to turn on Aaron? Because there's a lot of suspicion when it comes to the Survey Corps and who they support. Because a lot of people think that they're Jaegers because obviously they spent the most time with Aaron. Do you think there's a possibility that they will have to like choose sides or eventually turn on Aaron or anything like that?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
absolutely think that there's a possibility because he hasn't been really of sound mind as of late. So I think there's going to be a point in which they will have to take him down. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. Heck, I don't even know if he will listen if they tell him to stop. So I think they will have to choose sides, and I think it will come down to basically just taking care of Aaron.
So I assume we're passing.
No, I mean, yeah. I'll go ahead and I'll pass this. This seems like a pretty good show.
Right here.
All right. I'm killing it.
All right.
Well, 2 passes and 1 kill.
Just kidding. Just kidding. That joke has gotten so old. It's all because of my fault. So, EA, where can they find you?
Hell, you can find me at Everything Animated. Just type in Everything Animated, you'll find me, and it's me with my awesome. Yeah, that person's an imposter. We don't talk about him. We just talk about the one that has the cool looking red face. That's me. I'm working on a series, but right now I'm working on a particular video. I won't go into details of what it is, but I think y'all will like it. I have another channel. Not every All Elite Couple. It's blown up recently. I have 139 subscribers, all off of as of recently, and I think I had like barely 100. We did like a Mortal Kombat review, and we just kept getting subscribers, and we're still getting them. It's crazy. Join me for that. I do a bunch of reactions to both AEW wrestling with me and my girlfriend, and we also react to like compilation videos and trailers, things of that nature. And finally, I have a Twitch. Go follow me on Twitch. It's KillerZeke87. I have over 112 followers. I'd like to get that up, and also to play some damn games with people. No one wants to play with me anymore. But yeah, I know, really sad face. But I think I just need to do it at a different time. I think this whole doing it at 9 o'clock is just not working out for me. So gonna try it earlier next week and see if that works better for me. So follow me on all those platforms, and yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Satsuki?
Well, all right. I don't really have much to say when it comes to YouTube. I will say though, I moved my ReZero videos to a different site, courtesy of what EA suggested. I think the name of the site is called Odyssey.
Yep, Odyssey. That's ODSEE. Odyssey.
Yep. I moved my ReZero live reactions there because I was very paranoid about getting a copyright strike on those videos. So I wasn't going to take the chance. So I deleted all those videos from my live reaction channel and I moved it to that site. So if you want to see those videos, go there. Eventually, I will have live reactions to this current season on there as well. I won't do it until the season actually ends, though. So just be warned of that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about what's going on with me.
All right. All right. Well, you can find me down in a van down by the river.
Okay, Matt Foley.
But yeah, see you